Hello everyone, my name is Vivi and welcome back to StarBirdCorner. It has been quite a while and I am very excited for this video. I'm not going to waste any time. I have 5 plushies from YouTooz and I've been waiting forever for these to arrive. Shadow Freddy took the longest. So, I am going to start with the Shadow Freddy keychain. I literally labeled them all because I knew I was going to forget who was in what. I have my handy dandy scissors ready to go. I got my merch and everything. Not going to waste any time. If I get hot, I have the Shadow Freddy shirt underneath. So, let me get started on this. I'm going to use my handy dandy scissors to open this up and hopefully not damage anything. The Shadow Freddy keychain was the first to arrive. And I am very excited. I'm possibly going to be judgmental with Shadow Freddy specifically because his merch tends to be a little iffy sometimes. So oh gosh, let's see how this goes. I feel that it is inside a plastic. Okay, gonna toss the bag to the side. It's in a pretty big plastic and here it is. Oh my gosh, I couldn't Okay, he looks pretty decent. How am I gonna open this? Oh, it comes in like a Ziploc bag, but it's very decorated. Now, there we go. He is very soft. Ooh, okay, this is pretty cute. It does look kind of funny, but it's extremely soft. I absolutely adore the top hat. It comes with the with like a little keychain frame. Shadow Freddy. It says, "Hi, I'm Shadow Freddy." Keychain. Really cute. Has the little chain right there. This is relatively big to go on a bag. Well, maybe not for a book bag, but if you have the little mini backpacks like I do, then yeah, it's kind of big. I love the bow tie. We got his little teeny microphone, which is absolutely adorable. He's got the wires sticking out from his missing ear. Then he has his other ear, and the teeth look pretty good. I would say the muzzle looks a little bit weird, but what are you gonna do? And the nose, it looks okay. So let's see, 1 out of 10. I'd probably give this like maybe a 6. I mean, Shadow Freddy is one of my favorites, but you know, I like Shadow Bonnie better. So, but very cute. Overall, very adorable. Eyes are stitched in, as well as the eyebrows. And I would say the shade of purple is really spot on. I actually love it. Because usually Shadow Freddy is too light or too dark. But this, I feel like, is right in the middle. And of course, you can, play around with it. You can either make it dark or light or whatever. But overall, really cute. I love it.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Got Shadow Freddy to stay right there. That's where all the plushies are going to end up going by the end of the video. Now, next is Toy Chica. I put these in a specific order. So, she is next. I cannot wait. I believe this is going to be my second plush of Toy Chica. And if I could just simply break open the bag without using the scissors, that would be fantastic. But as per usual, I gotta use the handy dandy scissors. Hopefully I do not accidentally cut anything significant. Maybe I can start with a little cut using the scissors and then just tear it, which is exactly what I am trying to do at the moment. Let's see, there we go. All right, got it open. I feel the plush. It feels relatively big. And she's upside down. She looks so cute. I like how the bag says hi. Aww. Oh my gosh, she is adorable. Let's open this up and reveal. Oh, okay, same thing. All right. Ooh, very, very soft. Wow. Okay. Please don't fall. Here she is. Oh my God, she's so cute. my gosh, she is extremely soft. I absolutely love her face. It looks perfect. The beak is not too small, not too big. The eyes are sewn in. Her eyebrows, her cheeks, and her little tuft of hair is absolutely adorable. I love how it's actually 3D rather than just, you know, flat like some plushies do. And she has her bib. Let's party. There it is. And I like how she even has the little indents that indicates, like, you know, the elbows and the bending of the arms and the legs. Even the legs have them. And the feet look good too. The colors on her look amazing. And just, wow. She doesn't have a tail. So that's a miracle. She does not have a tail. You could probably sleep with these. I wouldn't really recommend it, but yeah. Love her eye color. It looks absolutely amazing. Even the tag is personalized just for Toy Chica, so I'm gonna assume that the other plushies have the same thing as well. And inside the tag it says, "Thanks for collecting me, Chica." Very cute.
A few minutes later.
Toy Chica has joined Shadow Freddy, and hopefully they do not fall. Next we have Toy Bonnie. Oh my gosh, this one, I would say I'm looking forward to this one the most, but let's be real, it's Shadow Bonnie. Of course, I like all of them, but yeah. So let's do a little tear here with my handy dandy scissors. And then now I will manually try to open it very carefully. And if you're somewhat wondering about the necklace that I'm wearing, it's Mangle. Since I do not have anything of Mangle besides the figure, the pop, Funko Pop, whatever, I figured I might as well just wear the necklace of them. So now we have Toy Bonnie, who is adorable! Oh my gosh, he's a little bit squished at the moment, so let's free him from this. Oh, this one was the easiest one to open, okay. Let's free Toy Bonnie from the plastic. Oh my gosh. Okay, the ears. Oh, okay. This ear is apparently supposed to be bent like that. Kind of wish they didn't do it that way. Are they? Oh yeah, they are. Okay, well, apparently the ears are supposed to be bent like that. Kind of wish they had just kept it regular like these. So the face looks pretty good. Maybe it could have been a tad bit better. I do notice that Toy Bonnie's cheeks are a little bit higher than Toy Chica's, which is kind of a design choice, but okay. Maybe they should have left it lower, but I do believe Toy Bonnie's cheeks are a little bit higher than the others. It's kind of hard to tell. But anyway, eyes, again, sewn in, look absolutely amazing. I love the green and the eyebrows as well. Bow tie, love that it's, you know, not just a print pattern on top of the plush itself. It's actually 3D. You can feel it. It's very soft. The little buck teeth are cute. And the nose, I always notice that the noses on these things always have fabric on them. So probably going to have to try to get that off. And look at his little tail. It's so cute. Probably could have been a tad bit bigger, but it's fine. It's adorable. And let's see. Yep. We got Toy Bonnie's little personalized tag there. And inside of his, I believe it's going to say the same thing. If I can open it, that'd be great. Yep. Thanks for collecting me, Bonnie. And just like Toy Chica, he also has the little stitch pattern there indicating, you know, the elbows, and the same thing for the legs. And they even do the same thing for the feet to, you know, represent the toes. And overall, this is great. Probably the only thing I would change about it is the ears.
Just then.
I just noticed for the Shadow Freddy plush, if you look extremely closely, you can see the YouTooz signature smiley eyes. I don't really know what to call them specifically, but that's a neat little detail, and I did not notice until I actually looked at it extremely closely.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Next, we have Shadow Freddy. Yes, like I said, I literally labeled them all because I knew I was going to forget who was who. I just knew I wanted to do the Shadow Freddy keychain first. I probably should do Shadow Freddy's plush last, since it took so gosh darn long to get here. But let's be real, I'm going to take longer on Shadow Bonnie's plush than Shadow Freddy's. So, yeah. Sorry, Shadow Freddy. You are second to last. Here we go. Opening them all the same way, since it's somewhat relatively easy. Gonna try not to look. Taking him out. This is my third Shadow Freddy plush, I believe. Because the first one that I have is a fan-made little sewn one. Stitched. I forgot the proper name of it, sorry. And then the second one is obviously the Hex. By Daco. And let's see. Oh, he's upside down. Alright, here he is. And are the bags different? I think the bags are all different. I don't know. It kind of seems like it. Let's free him from this plastic prison. Wow, they are all soft. Again, I love the shade of purple. Okay, now, time for the real critique. Real critique. Love the top hat. The ear missing is great. I love, oh, you could bend the wires. The wires have a bendable wire inside where you can move them wherever and however you want. So that's really cool. We have his one ear. And then we have the eyes stitched in. Again, if you look closely, you see the signature smiley eyes from YouTooz. And the nose is good. The muzzle, as per usual. I feel like the muzzles on the majority of the Freddys are hard to do. And I can see why. Because, I don't know, maybe they did try to make the top part the same size as the bottom, but maybe it didn't look right. Maybe they should do like a middle ground. Like not too big and not too small. Or maybe it could even be like the width of it. I don't know, but yeah, it's just the muzzle. It's just something about those muzzles. Now, the teeth I do like. They are not completely flat like how some other plushies are. Like there's actually a little bit of depth to them. So I don't think these would come off very easily. Unless you're pulling extremely hard, I don't think those are going to come off anytime soon. And we have the wiring over here. And then we also have some wires sticking out from his arms. And just like everybody else, he has the little seams here. And also on his legs and feet as well. He's got the microphone, which looks adorable. And the bow tie. And, oh, the buttons. Okay, no. Alright, just wanted to make sure. Shadow Freddy has 2 buttons? Yeah, 2 buttons. This might be a little bit hard to see. I don't know if turning up the brightness is actually going to do anything besides the glare of my glasses. But Shadow Freddy's got 2 buttons there. Oh, it looks like you can see it a little bit. One is underneath his bow tie. And then the other one is right there. Again, bow tie. Great that it's not printed. And for him, we have that one. It is also personalized just for Shadow Freddy. Really cute. Thanks for collecting me, Shadow Freddy. So overall, I forgot to rate the Toy Bonnie plush. Actually, I think I forgot to rate both Toy Chica and Toy Bonnie. So Shadow Freddy keychain, I gave it about a 6. Toy Chica, I absolutely love it. She is adorable. I would probably give it like a 8, 8.5. Toy Bonnie, gotta deduct a few points for the ears. Sorry, I do wish that they were standing up or maybe even had wire to bend them, which they do not, unfortunately. So I would give maybe about the same rating for Toy Bonnie, 8, 8.5. This Shadow Freddy, I'm probably gonna give it a 7. Yeah, I feel like a 6 or a 7. That sounds pretty right, but I am leaning more towards 7, mostly because of the color. I really, really do love this shade of purple. I think it is perfect. It is not too bright. Well, it's not at all bright, and it's not too dark. Because sometimes, I don't know, I feel like Shadow Freddy is kind of tricky because he could either be like Shadow Bonnie or he could be purple. So, but yeah, I feel like a 7 is a safe spot for this plush.
5 minutes later.
You know, I'm over here trying to rearrange them, and I'm just now realizing Toy Bonnie's head is pretty big. Toy Bonnie has a big head. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you the struggle of having to do this in between takes literally every single time. Oh my goodness. Okay, Shadow Freddy, keychain, you're gonna stay there for now. Shadow Freddy, you're fine back there since you're always hidden in the shadows, literally and figuratively anyway. And now for Shadow Bonnie. Oh my god, this little freaker. Finally, I called it. I mean, I sort of did, but in one of my videos, I did say that it would be fantastic or great or whatever that for YouTooz to make a Shadow Bonnie plush.
Flashback.
So, more toys, please. Merch. That'd be great. YouTooz. YouTooz. You guys are doing the wizards. Please give us the Toy Animatronics and a Shadow Bonnie one. That'd be great.
End of flashback.
And finally, here it is. I can't wait. Ah! Gonna do the same thing. Cutting it up. And then I'm just gonna tear it open with my own hands. And hopefully not break anything important. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Finally, we're starting to see more love basically for the shadows in general, because from what I see, they hardly get love for merch. I mean, I like to believe that there's at least a lot of fans of the shadows, but I don't know where you guys are at. So, all right, here we go. He is out of the plastic. Let me see if I can feel so that he's facing you guys the right way. Oh, I think his ears are going to be bent. No, please don't let his ears be bent. But here we go. I can't see him. Oh, his ears are not bent. Oh my gosh, I don't think his ears are bent. Okay, let's free him from... What? His plastic is different. He has a plastic that you have to tear rather than the Ziploc bag or whatever that was. Alright. Let's free him. Oh my gosh, he's so soft. Ah! Oh my gosh. Look at him. He's adorable. Oh my gosh. I wish they could have made the eyes and the teeth glow in the dark. He's so freaking cute. I can't. I'm about to cry. I love how they did the ears. They're so, like, straight up and floppy. You can put them forward or back. They'll possibly just stay back, but it's so cute. They should have done that with Toy Bonnie. What the heck? Okay. So, obviously, he's perfect. He does not have a tail. Okay, that's actually kind of surprising. Is that gonna affect my rating? I'm not sure. Alright, so of course I love the ears. The eyes are sewn on. I don't think Shadow Bonnie has the signature smiley eyes. I'm just gonna call them smiley eyes. I mean, unless you count like the eyebrows itself, but kind of don't. But we have the nose here, which is absolutely adorable. His cute little muzzle that they nail every single time. Well, more specifically with the other Bonnies. But yeah, they got him right for Shadow Bonnie. The teeth, they're actually not 3D. They're actually sewn on, which is pretty surprising. But they did do the same thing with Toy Bonnie, so can't complain about that. And of course, we have the bow tie, which is not printed. Thank you very much. People tend to do that a lot with Shadow Bonnie, and it's annoying. Not that there's many Shadow Bonnie things out there. And let's see. Unlike everyone else, because I think Shadow Freddy has it too. Shadow Bonnie does not have the little stitching here for the bend of the arms, and not even for the legs, but he does have it for the feet here. And he doesn't have any buttons. There's no buttons. And that's pretty much it. And everybody has, of course, the same stitching for the hands. Now let's see. We have Shadow Bonnie! So cute! Thanks for collecting me. RWQS... Jeez. Wow. That's rare. RWQFSFAXXC. There we go. Usually I can say it like nothing. I don't know what happened there. Oh my gosh. I do appreciate how they actually put that instead of Shadow Bonnie. Even though technically Shadow Bonnie is a fan-made name, which blew my mind when I found that out. Let's see. Rating, I'm gonna say 10,000 out of 10. Okay, I don't know. I can't really find a flaw. It's hard. I'm so biased. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Gosh. Maybe I was gonna say maybe it would have been. Ooh, maybe that's why. Okay. So one thing that I just noticed, which I'm surprised it took me this long to notice, was that they did not do Shadow Bonnie's mouth like they did with Shadow Freddy. I can't believe it took me that long to notice it. So I wonder if they did try, but it didn't look right on Shadow Bonnie. But I guess they decided it looked better on Shadow Freddy, which honestly makes sense. And Shadow Bonnie is, I guess, technically supposed to be like Toy Bonnie, so I can also see why that they have similar designs. And I am also just now noticing Shadow Bonnie does not have his cheeks. What up with that? I think I might actually deduct a point for that. And maybe the tail. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, slightly disappointed that Shadow Bonnie doesn't have the cheeks on him. Huh. Yeah. Okay, so, alright. Rating. It's either going to be an 8 or a 9 out of 10. The cheeks are now kind of bothering me now that they're not there. And the tail, I also do kind of wish it was there because technically Shadow Bonnie does have a tail. It's not really seen because the kid only comes out like once every 10 years, but but yeah, so I would say, okay, we'll go in the middle. 8.5. There we go. 8.5. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now, should I try to even find a spot for him on this? Or should I just stay holding the plushies? I have no clue. I will figure it out in a few minutes.
A few moments later.
It was getting relatively hot in that sweater, so I took it off and I was wearing this underneath it the whole time, even though I probably mentioned it in the beginning. Now, let's order these guys from, I would say, quote-unquote, least favorite to favorites, which I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna know how that goes.
Soon after.
I have to say, seeing these two side by side is absolutely adorable. It's like father and then son. I feel like Shadow Freddy would definitely be the type to say, don't talk to me or my son ever again.
One eternity later.
Alrighty, hopefully this is good enough. I apologize for this portion of the video because I am most likely gonna have to change the camera size. Also, microphone reveal. I'm not sure if you guys ever seen it before, but there it is. I've had it for like 4 years already. So, in order of least favorite to favorite, we have the Shadow Freddy plush, the Shadow Freddy keychain, the Toy Bonnie plush, only because the head is a little bit big. And then these two were a tough choice, so it can go either way. Shadow Bonnie, yeah, I put it in second for now because no tail and no cheeks. So I'm slightly more annoyed about the cheeks than the tail. The tail I get, but the cheeks, I don't know. I kind of want them there. And then Toy Chica to me is the best one out of the five, sorry. Because, I don't know, I feel like her head is not as big as Toy Bonnie's, and everything about it is just, I don't know. She's really cute. It's adorable. The beak for once is not ginormous. And the little tuft of hair is not flat. It's actually 3D. And yeah, I have nothing else to say. This is basically the order. It'll change now and then because I might even swap these two just because Toy Bonnie's head is big. So this might actually even be third. And then, so it could also go from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or whatever. Someday I might even have Shadow Freddy out on top. But until there's a plush that's like picture perfect, which I don't think is ever going to happen, more likely a figure could. A figure could probably get the essence of Shadow Freddy better. But overall, I absolutely love these plushies, and they took forever to get here. YouTooz needs to work on their shipping. Like, I get it, it's winter and, you know, the snow, the weather and stuff, but yeah. And then in a couple of months, I'm also going to be getting the figures. So it's figures and pins of the Toy Animatronics. I believe it is Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, Toy Chica, and Shadow Bonnie. I don't think there was there a Mangle? I don't think, oh, Balloon Boy. I think it was Balloon Boy. And I don't think there was Shadow Freddy. But yeah, hopefully I'll be getting those in a couple of months, and it does not take forever to get here. Knowing my luck, Balloon Boy will probably be the last one to get here. This is possibly going to be one of the most uniquest outros, but I guess that is it for now. And since I have these plushies, you know what that means. It's going to be my turn to review these plushies soon. I am back for my yearly appearance, but there just might be a second one. You have to subscribe to find out. Unless he magically made an appearance during this video, then I'm sure Shadow Bonnie will grace us with his presence like he does once every 10 years, like I said. And will, quote-unquote, review the plushies. And I would possibly give him the same order that I did. Because if he ends up doing his own plush first, he's possibly just gonna do that and then just disappear.
Eventually.
Let me end this video before it drags on for way too long. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Please feel free to subscribe. And with all of that being shown, said, and done, I will see you later, alligators.